Today on the channel from DC Mcfarlane, we've got Batman Earth 22 and Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mcfarlane DC unboxing and review with today, Batman Earth 22. I don't know about him, but I do know about Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. But remember, for all your DC action figure needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So these Batman DC Mcfarlane Toys 2-packs, no stranger. We see these all the time, especially at Target stores is where I always see these. And that is actually where I picked this one up on clearance for like $8.99. This thing was originally, I want to say, like $39.99. I really did want this Hal Jordan. This Hal Jordan was my favorite super friend back in the day, the Green Lantern, of course. But I don't know anything about Earth 22 Batman. I thought there was another Green Lantern, so I have no idea anything about this. But I'm all in on this Hal Jordan, so we'll see. I might end up selling this Batman off because I just don't know anything about it. It doesn't do anything for me. But I did want a traditional Green Lantern, and I'm not dumb. I'm not naive. I gotta think that eventually, if not, it could be in the pipeline already. We'll get Hal Jordan on a solo card release. They'll probably put some gray in his temples. They'll do some of that. I have to think that's going to happen. There's too much money on the table. Everybody loves the Green Lantern. Or maybe not everybody, but I definitely liked Green Lantern as a kid. Probably my favorite DC superhero as a little kid, believe it or not. So there you go. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to see where it goes from there. So let's look at the package here. Like I said, clearance aisle special, clearance event in January. I think it was $8.99, $9.99, something like that. Could not pass it up for that price. DC Multiverse, you got the names right there. Big window box there showing all kinds of stuff. And it looks like they got a little base to stand on as well, so we'll investigate what that's all about. You got the Dark Knight metal at the top. Apparently we've had the metal Batman, the metal Batman cycle, so I guess this goes along with all that. Batman Earth 32. I always preferred Batman Earth 31, but 32 is an alright guy, I guess, in my book, from what I've been told. We'll see. On the back, there they are right there. A little cross-sell action below. Not anything really that special to me on the back, so let's get them out of the package. Let's see what's doing here. Now, we get two stands. We get two cards. Can I get it out? Oh, there it is. See you later. Goodbye. Nice galactic space scene back there, and you got two stands, of course, and you got the two cards. Always appreciate the cards. You know, they don't have the blurbs on the back of the package. Well, at least we get them on the cards. I guess beggars can't be choosers sometimes. At least we're getting a little bit of something going on. So let's get these out. I'll fish these stands out later. See you later. But let's say on the back of these cards, I'm not going to read all this. I'll take pictures of them, though. Hal Jordan's life was changed twice by a crashing aircraft, blah, blah, blah. Member of the Green Lantern Corps. Anyways, nothing I don't think I didn't know here. But this Earth 32, I don't know what's up with this. It is Bruce Wayne. It is Batman. The dark multiverse, Earth 32, the green light of will, has twisted an angry Bruce Wayne into something very dark and sinister. Murdered his parents. Bruce is gifted with the ring, which allows him to fly. With no Alfred to guide him, he soon swallows his fear and pain, lets the void and remains corrupt him and the ring, unleashing a wave of darkness across his world, and now ours, as the Dawnbreaker. So, Bruce Wayne, Batman, an evil Green Lantern, I guess we'll call it. So we got that to look forward to here. But there they are in the plastic prison. Look at that. Looking very green. I like it. I like the translucent neon kind of fluorescent greens going on down here. Very colorful. But let me cut them all out. We got a bunch of twist ties. I'll cut them out, and we'll be back talking a little Green Lantern. All right, we're out of the package. We get the old see you later off to the side. There it goes. Now, we got all kinds of accessories and effects. Of course, the two figures as well. We got this nice display stand here. Nice hollow plastic, but very cool, very light and dark greens going on. So you got the dark badness of Batman, and then you got the more bright green for Hal Jordan, who's on the side of good and side of evil over here. So very cool. So a little extra stands here to put your figures in. So you got two sets of stands with this, which is pretty cool. But you got that base right there. Then you get some different effects going on. Not exactly sure. Does this fit in his hand? I guess. It looks like a jetpack, but oh, duh. So there's a jetpack. It goes in the back of Hal Jordan here. Nice translucent. I thought it was a weapon at first, but it is a jetpack. Nice coloring to this. You can kind of see through it, a little bit translucent. Nice green color. Does have the Green Lantern symbol right there. Got some rocket packs and got some effects here. So that is pretty good looking. Then you get a little dragon. As we know with the Lantern Ring, you can create things. So creating this dragon to fight. I believe this is what the Batman uses over here, the Earth 22 Batman. We got that dragon. Very cool. All translucent. Is it a bat? I guess, yeah, it's like a bat dragon. It's a bat at the top, obviously for Batman, but it almost turns into like a dragon at the bottom. So a little bit of everything there, but it's definitely a bat. No colors besides green on it, as you guys can see. And then you get a nice effect, looking like something almost out of Marvel Legends. We see these all the time, but it's got the lantern insignia there and inside as well. I didn't miss that. But very good green here, and it just fits over his hand. So we'll put that in some glamour shots. But let's get down to the figures. That's what all the fuss is about. Let's start with this Batman. Now, I know nothing, like I said, know absolutely nothing about this Batman. We do got the 22 points of articulation on both these figures. They have the same articulation. Bicep swivel, thigh swivel, of course, double jointed elbows, hands that move up, down, all around, all that kind of fun stuff. The head moves as well. It does detach. Got to be a little careful there. The head moves, but you got all these wiring that goes up to the Batman head. Luckily, these do remove, so you don't have to worry about breaking them, but they do fall off if you move the head just right. And then you get the double jointed knees, you get the toe articulation, you get the boot cut. No boot cut on this one. And then it does have those balls right there at the ankle. I think they are just very unsightly. I do not like that. That's my least favorite thing about the Mcfarlane Toys figures. And then you get a little bit of waist action as well at the top and bottom. So choose your waist adventure, how you want him to mold. But he's got a lot of articulation to him. I like his chest with the Batman logo and then the Green Lantern over the top of it. That is a pretty cool look. I like the black and green coloring of Green Lantern. That was one thing that drew me to the character at an early age. I thought it was just a really good mix of the colors with the white as well. And he's got some of that black and green going on here. He's definitely got a bad guy kind of smirk, little Elvis look going on there. So it's definitely not our Bruce Wayne. This isn't our Bruce Wayne. This is an evil Bruce Wayne from another dimension. But very, very interesting. I guess you could just kind of put this through his hand here and just have him holding that if you were so inclined, if that's what you're looking to do. But I don't know. I don't know if this was the selling point for the pack for many people. I'm sure the majority of people are kind of like me that don't know this character, Earth 22 Batman. It's all news to me. I know nothing about this character. Is what it is. I mean, it definitely looks like Batman. It's funny is you see this on the shelf, and I never read it or looked at it for understanding to realize this was Batman. I thought this was some other Bizarro World Green Lantern, but I should have noticed by the horns on the top of the head. But there he is, looking only like he can look, some might say. Then we get down to Hal Jordan, and like I said, this is the selling point of this pack to me. I always loved the Green Lantern. I loved Hal Jordan. I do feel this will be re-released by himself in a solo pack, probably with some gray at the temples with the gray hair, make it just a little bit different. But very cool to get Green Lantern. I would really love DC Mcfarlane Toys to make an old school Justice League set. Give me that 80s animated style, or at least a more historical outfits of the classic characters, the classic Super Friends. Give me that set. I'd buy every single one of them. Give me, Shazam. Give me all the guys. Let's build out that universe from that cartoon. That's my DC home. That's where I grew up. That and the Batman 66. Watching those as cartoons as little kids. That's what I enjoyed, and that's what I'd like to see. And I got to think they'll eventually do that. Maybe through DC Direct. I don't know. Hopefully we see that here in the coming years. My wallet doesn't like the idea of it, but we're going to see it, I have a feeling. I will tell you, this Green Lantern, unfortunately, I've had many of Mcfarlane toys between Spawn, Mortal Kombat, DC that we've unboxed on the channel. This is the first one I ever got a loose joint with. This right arm is very, very loose. That is a little disappointing. A lot disappointing, actually, especially on a character I like so much, but this arm is very loose. It barely holds its weight. Got to think it'll get weaker and weaker as you use it and play with it. Articulation-wise, the same 22 points of articulation you guys know about. I don't know if this is 100% what I think of when I think of Hal Jordan head sculpt, but it's close. I know where they're going. Obviously, the mask helps. I know what they're doing here. It is good look. No paint application issues or anything. We do got the Green Lantern emblem in the chest. So iconic, of course. The white forearms, the white gloves, the black arms, and then the green vest, green suit. Black at the legs, green down here. Once again, the ankles, those ankle balls, I just can't stand them. They're so such an eyesore. I wish they could get rid of those or do something different. We've seen in some of the Spawn figures, for example, where they've hid this with some boots and things. They need to start doing that across the board. It makes it look so much cleaner as a figure. Articulation-wise, though, 22 points of articulation. You can get him in any kind of pose you really want him to get into. This is definitely Green Lantern. He's got the green ring. I would have liked to seen a little bit bigger ring, but which this is based off of, maybe it's a different type of thing, but I'd like to see the emblem on the ring where it's just basically green here, which is a little disappointing. He does have his fist thing. You put this over his fist, and he's ready to go. So you can use this as kind of his power, but once again, you got a loose arm. Look at this. That is not going to stand for anything, so that is very, very disappointing. I'm pretty bummed about that, actually. It's crazy because Mcfarlane has the tightest joints. I don't know what's going on with this arm. I guess it might be that kind of butterfly action we got in here. No, it's not that. It's just loose. I don't know. It's just not as tight as it should be. I can't complain too much. It's an $8.99 figure, but imagine if you spent $40 of your hard-earned money on this. You're going to be pretty upset, I have a feeling. You're not going to be loving life if that was the case. At least I would not be. How easy do these guys fit on this thing? Let's see if we can figure this out. Oh my gosh, these peg holes are extremely tight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to really play with that. That is extremely tight to get his foot into, which I'm kind of surprised by that. Oh my gosh, I'm using all my force. And he's not even staying in, so I don't know. I might have to play with this a little bit. A little bit of hot garbage mixed in with Hal Jordan here. It didn't really bowl me over with the Batman figure. The effects are pretty cool. The stand is cool in theory, but if I can't get the guys to stand on it, well, we know how that's about. Hal Jordan, very cool, but man, disappointed about that right arm. Be curious to know, you guys, if you have this, do you have that same issue? Is that a known problem with this Hal Jordan figure? I sure hope not. Maybe just trying to make us buy another one is what they're trying to do. I don't know. But very, very interesting 2-pack. I don't regret the purchase for $8.99. Sometimes you got to take some chances. Sometimes you got to do some gambling like a young Kenny Rogers or the old Ace of Spades, an old Motorhead. There's a little gambling involved in our toy buying from time to time. But let me know your thoughts on these bad boys here. Do you know anything about Batman Earth 22 or 32? Is he new to you just like me? We all know Hal Jordan, but let me know your thoughts on this set. While you're here, make sure you thumbs up the video. Hit the notification bell when you subscribe. Help support the channel, of course. Pro Wrestling Tees. Pick up a t-shirt. Search Kyle Peterson. Sir Paul64 is where you'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And new to Patreon. Search Kyle Peterson on Patreon, your best way to support the channel and get all the videos you want to see way early, plus a lot of other stuff. Support the channel. Hit up old Patreon. So for Hal Jordan and Batman, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.